I mean, it should go without saying, an editorial cartoon has to have a point. I mean, it's my point of view, it's an opinion piece, so you have to make sure that your cartoon does that first, because otherwise it's not an editorial cartoon. Trump, for me, has always been a changing caricature. Prior to the Trump administration, if you look at my earlier work, it's very clean. I used a brush and ink. Once he became president, I just found that putting down my brush and picking up a Prisma pencil, which is a very soft pencil that I used actually back in art school, and going to physical watercolors and using that to create my cartoons about Trump felt right.
The Supreme Court declared that former President Donald Trump is immune from criminal prosecution.
With the immunity decision that the Supreme Court made recently, I wanted to show that now they had put the president, Trump specifically, above the law. And he is being carried by the Supreme Court justices all underneath. I've also included a couple of wives that have had some unethical connection with the Supreme Court because of their marriages. You know, just the whole visual of them holding him up as a king, that now we have elevated the president, Trump specifically, above any accountability. I think the reason that editorial cartoons are so powerful is very simple. It's just because they're visual. You know, everyone can appreciate an editorial cartoon. I mean, it doesn't matter what country you're in, it doesn't matter what language you speak, it doesn't matter how educated you are, it doesn't matter your social status, frankly. It affects you. I mean, just look at all the autocrats that hate editorial cartoonists. I mean, and not in this country, hopefully. But in, you know, a lot of my colleagues overseas are thrown in jail for doing cartoons about powerful people. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, we're journalists. We're opinion journalists, but we are journalists. And that is our job as editorial cartoonists, to bring up sometimes uncomfortable truths.